Hello everyone, I'm Roy Schoonwater, the Management Support Officer of the XR Effect Foundation. We sadly could not come to the beautiful Czech Republic, so I will present our foundation through this PowerPoint. So let's start right away. The foundation started because training organizations face some challenges regarding the adoption of XR training technologies. These challenges are that they are wondering about the experiences of other organizations, if it is effective, if it is validated, or if it will fit them. This withholds them from purchasing XR training equipment to train their emergency responders. Therefore, our foundation is there to provide opportunities to try out the latest technologies, share experiences, and support the validation of the equipment. Let's look at the partner benefits. We try to provide the opportunities through our triple helix collaboration. This triple helix collaboration is the cooperation between three different sectors: the end users, the research organizations, the industry partners, which all have their advantages in this collaboration. The training organizations can try out the latest technologies without actually purchasing it, and they support the validation for technologies that they could use for training. The research organizations have access to participants, can share the knowledge with other partners, and can build on research that have been executed by another partner of us. Lastly, the industry partners of course benefit from collaboration since they get feedback from their users and their product value increases because of this. Now let us look at what a typical research cycle looks like. The research cycle and therefore collaboration starts with the industry partners. They create products that can be used for training, and then the research organizations set up research to try and validate that equipment. The training organizations will then participate in the research to validate the research and try out equipment without buying it. After the training organizations have tried out the equipment, they will send their feedback to the industry partner. The research organization will then also provide the outcome of their research to the industry. This way, every partner in the triple helix benefits. Now let's look at a cycle of research that we have supported. So this research cycle starts with the Utrecht University. A master's student contacted us that she was interested in doing a research study with us. After looking what type of XR training she wanted to do research in, we contacted two other partners to check for a possible collaboration. Once all partners agreed, the Utrecht University master's student started creating a methodology and experiment setup for the research. Then we picked some dates to execute the research with the other partners. After that, the research was executed with the help of the industry partner that took care of delivering the resources. After the results were analyzed, the results were sent to the industry partner again. So important to notice here is that the research cycle does not have to start at a specific point. It can start from the end users, from the industry, or from the research organizations. Therefore, the mission of this foundation is to support collaboration so that the effectiveness of the training equipment is validated and areas are defined where training can be applied in. Our foundation at this moment supports three different research themes, namely firefighting skills training, emergency driving skills, and medical skills training. We, however, are open to supporting collaboration with other research themes. In the future, we might have partners in the police and fire investigation skills sector, the technical rescue skills sector, and the law enforcement sector. So the foundation has multiple goals. The first goal of this foundation is to stimulate the acceptance of XR training equipment through validation. By showing end-user training organizations that their staff see the value of training with the equipment, we hope to see them using the modern technologies in their training routine. The second goal is to create awareness of all possible XR training equipment. Nowadays there are many new technologies that organizations are not even aware of that could complement their regular training very well. We also like to become a library that shows the effectiveness of the XR equipment, and we want to support our partners in finding grant and subsidies opportunities to set up these collaborations and try out these technologies. We do not support studies that are executed for the main reason of gaining a competitive advantage. Now on to the structure of the organization. As you can see, we have 3 board members. All board members are representative of the 3 different sectors of our partners. So we have Dr. Vitor Reis, who is the representative board member of the end users, and he's also the president of the National Firefighting School in Portugal. Then for the representative of the academic sector, we have Professor Dr. Ilona Heldau from the Western Norway University of Applied Sciences. And as a representative of the industry, we have Martin Boosman, who is the founder of multiple companies in the fields of simulation training. Then we have Cecilia Hammer-Wijkmark, who is the executive director of the foundation. She helps to set up projects and help with defining research methods, but also helps with setting up the equipment and trying it out. And then lastly, me, who is the management support officer of the foundation and helps with the daily tasks, communicates with our partners mostly, then help our partners to set up different researches. Until now, we are a relatively new foundation since we exist since December 2021, but we already supported the research in different countries. Also, to spread awareness and show our progress, we've published some articles presented at conferences and supported workshops. We also try to organize 3 symposia per year to show what our partners have been up to, what projects we supported, and provide an opportunity to meet other organizations all over the world. You can go to our website www.xreffect.net to see what we've already done. You can also read some articles of the research projects that we have supported there. Omar Gustafsson from Iceland is at the conference as well, so if you're interested you could ask him about what it's like to participate in the project. Now let's listen to Cecilia Hammer-Wijkmark, who is going to tell us about how the XR training technologies can supplement the real-life skills training.
This is where a study can help. A study can help explore and learn about the technology, but also the training formats that are changing, and see this in their own organizational needs, because we can dig further into the needs and our own learning objectives. An organization might ask for a cost benefit calculation to motivate the investment, or there is a need to convince hesitative instructors in a pedagogical way. If there is no strategic goal to implement XR training yet, and there is no budget for it, and there is no clear decision, it's probably possible to at least plan for a small activity to explore and learn about XR training. This at least to avoid the potential risks of not knowing what's going on in the XR training field. It's often also quicker, effective, quicker, easier, and much more fun to perform a study than to just read research from other countries and other training organizations that may not really feel relevant to your context. A study can help you identify the clear why, the goal, and the shining value that your organization wants to achieve by using XR training. It's often better with one big, necessary, high priority value than several nice values. In a study, you can also find the champions, the people that are really interested in this and that can really be the ones doing it. And in a study, it's also really valuable to find the key managers who are really the ones who have the budget, who are the ones that can make these decisions for the short term and the longer term. And also to relate your study to research and international practices is valuable. This will support the quality of your work, and it will support and enhance the interest and understanding that XR is here to stay and develop. And by learning from other organizations and their experiences and collaborate in studies, you will gain knowledge more easily. It's safe to plan a limited study with no further commitments, but you will increase the in-house competence that is really valuable when you go to a tender, to prepare the tender, possibly, and you learn what you need to think of for implementation. And yes, by assessing training transfer in the hot fire training at the practical training ground, it's also too limited, and it's not the real situation. So we have to investigate aspects that are leading to training transfer, for example, the experience of presence. So the aim of these studies that I'm going to show you some short results of is the aim is to increase the understanding of how XR firefighter training can supplement hot fire training in the participating organizations. This is done by comparing the user experience of presence in XR training with the current hot fire training and real fire situations. There are examples from studies in Sweden, Latvia, Bahrain, Iceland, and Brazil. And I've summarized only 2 questions here. We have involved both experienced firefighters and novice firefighters, and it's really interesting to see the differences in results. The studies have the same foundation, but different angles and different sub-focuses. The first question regards the firefighters' experience of presence in VR compared to previous experience of high presence in hot fire training, VR versus hot fire training. The results are shown in percentage of participants who rate their presence as 3 or higher on a 5-graded Likert scale. The participants are grouped by years of experience as a firefighter. You see from 0 to 1 years, 2 to 9, and 10 and above as the very experienced firefighters. In total, there is 252 participants in these studies in different countries, as you see. The lowest results were shown in the groups of inexperienced Latvian firefighters and the medium experienced Swedish firefighters. In all other groups, more than 75% of the participants rate their experience in VR as similar, high, or very high compared to the hot fire training. The next question regards the firefighters' experience of presence in VR compared to previous experience of real fire situations. The same thing here. The results are showing 3 and above on the Likert scale. The results show that the most experienced groups, they rate 75% of the participants rate the presence in VR as similar, high, or very high compared to the real fire situation they have experienced. In this case, it's really necessary to dig further into the experience and what that really means. And this is done in the current articles published.
These are our current partners that have already participated in a collaboration or are eager to start up a collaboration. We would love to expand this to the Czech Republic to set up collaborations. Therefore, we would like to invite you to become a partner of our foundation and see what collaborations we can start up. Do you want to get in touch? You can send me an email, as you can see over here, roy.schoonwater@xrfact.net, or one of my colleagues. Lastly, I want to thank Justina Pluktate for giving us the opportunity to present at this conference.